What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome to the Pugilistic Linguistic Show. I am your host, Michael Foster, the voice of reason in an increasingly unreasonable world. And I am back. Before I get started, like I say all the time, like, share, subscribe, comment, interact with the podcast. Get this out to the masses. Tell your people. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. One of the few free things left in this country. Get this out to the people. Get this in more ears. And again, it don't cost you nothing. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright? So, I actually did record some audio about this, but I didn't post it. And I've been sitting on it, I've been ruminating about it. Ruminating, that's one of my new words. I've been ruminating on it. And I decided to come out with a different spin on things. So, this Tom Hortons thing in Indiana. First of all, Tom Hortons must be fire. Or was it Tim Hortons? I'm not sure. But it must be fire to make somebody this angry. So, but the whole Anita Grayson and Indiana thing with the employee and the whole thing, if you aren't plugged in, let me get you up to speed. So there was this 75-year-old woman named Anita Grayson. And she went to her local Hortons restaurant. I'm not sure if it's Tim or Tom's, but the Hortons restaurant, it's like a Dunkin' Donuts from what I understand. Canadian chain, they got a couple spots in the U.S., whatever. And she ordered coffee of some kind. I don't know if it was a special coffee or black with something. I don't know, but she had a coffee order. So her coffee order ended up being wrong. So she comes into the spot and she gets into it with the employee who either made her coffee or maybe was at the front counter, whatever. But she gets into it with this person. She was 17 years old. And not only did she get into it with the 17-year-old employee, she starts to throw hands at the 17-year-old. They get into it. Now, there's a big to-do about who started it or why it doesn't matter. I swear to you, it doesn't matter to me. Now, it might matter to somebody else. It doesn't matter to me. Anita Grayson came in on 10. She came in hot about her order. And her and the 17-year-old, now she's 75. Her and this 17-year-old get into it. From what I understand, another employee comes and gets in between them, and then she gets into it, or this other employee gets into it with Anita Grayson, and it gets heated. Everybody says the employee hit her, whatever. They are mutual combatants at that point. Okay? Age notwithstanding, they are mutual combatants. Anita Grayson kind of disengages from the fight, goes to sit down, has a heart attack, ends up passing away. Tragic that somebody died over this. But I am in no way going to condemn the employees for what happened. There comes a time in your life where you have to grow up. And the assumption is if you're 75 years old, you have reached and passed that time. Your order is wrong. My order has been wrong a million times at fast food joints. And I got two things I could do. I got one or two choices I can make. I deal with it and not come back, or I go into the restaurant and say, hey, this is not what I ordered. Here's what I ordered. Here's what I got. Can y'all fix it? Now, from there, this is a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Because from there, I determine how I conduct the rest of this interview or the rest of this incident. Okay? What I don't do is walk in hot, ready to fight the world because my order is wrong. And I'm not 75, and I know better than this. Now, somebody explained to me why a 75-year-old is drinking coffee with a heart condition. That's a different conversation. But it's just coffee. Bring it in, put it on the counter. Hey, I didn't order this. Here's what I ordered. This is what I got. Can y'all fix it? And from there, you make your moves. But what I'm not doing is swinging on anybody. And don't get me wrong, this is not specific to her. I've seen a ton of videos where people come in to restaurants acting an ass because something ain't right. And don't get it shook. Some of the employees are smart-mouthed and slick at the tongue too. They aren't completely innocent either. But you get nothing accomplished. All right, cool, employee. Talk slick to me about this shit. Let me get your manager. Let me get my money back. I'll go my way. You go your way. We done. If it really, in an absolute extreme cases, I'm calling the people. You know what? I'm not getting into it with you. Let them handle it. Let them sort through it. Make them make you act right. But what I'm not doing is swinging on an employee in a fast food restaurant, or even act like I'm going to swing at an employee in a fast food restaurant, or antagonize the employee because of my order. That's what I'm not doing. Why? Because I'm a grown-ass man, and that's not how grown-ass people do it. But now everybody's on edge. Everybody's on these employees because of what they did. And you know what? The response might have been disproportionate. I am willing to concede that. But I bet you good green, I guarantee you, if Anita Grayson doesn't come in hot, this don't happen. At all. I've said this to people time and again. You cannot antagonize somebody. You cannot pick a fight with somebody and then turn around and tell them how they're supposed to respond. You cannot. Once you go there, it is completely out of your hands. It is above your head then. And you got to be ready for any inevitability that comes with what you're doing or what you have done. Anita Grayson comes in hot. She starts a fight with a 17-year-old. She cannot then turn around and tell the next employee, don't swing on me. You can't. Even if that other employee should not swing on her. When they step in the middle and try to de-escalate the situation and you pick it with them, this leads to a bigger This reminds me of this one video. It was in New York on a subway train. This guy had on a old school 8-ball jacket. Some of y'all remember this. And this one chick and her girls were clowning him because he had an old school jacket on. Clowning him. Talking about him, whatever. I mean, and why, when it was going on, While she was clowning him, he was cool about it. All right, go on about your business, leave me alone. Woo woo woo. But then he said something. I guess he said the magic word. Then she decides she's gonna swing on him, and he slapped the sonic rings out that chick, and commenced to beating the hell out of her on the train. Now, everybody, so I guess some guys that she was with jumped in. They got their heads beat in or whatever. This dude was on 10. He was Chuck Norris and all these folk. But the fight didn't escalate until she swung on him, until she antagonized him, until she picked that fight. And everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, there were some people in the comments that came down on him for hitting a woman. Fuck all that. I don't hit a woman. I've never hit a woman in my life, but I am not above it. I don't give a fuck with nobody. Look, if you swing on me like a grown-ass man, then you are man enough to get hit back like a grown-ass man. You want equal rights? Well, they come with equal lefts, too. And it's time that you all start to realize that. Not just women, just people. It's time for people who start to realize that. You cannot antagonize people and then turn around and play victim when they beat your ass. You can't. And that is the central issue in this entire debacle. Anita Grayson is not a victim. She's getting all this sympathy or people because she passed away. But she passed away due to her own actions. You walk down the middle of the street in rush hour and get hit by a car. I can't get mad at the driver because you died because of your own actions. Because she passed away, it evades her from accountability in some people's eyes. No. Because had she survived, she'd still be guilty. That chick on the train is guilty. I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. You cannot antagonize people. You cannot pick a fight. You cannot be humbugging in public, then turn around and say, this is how you're supposed to respond. No. Don't start the fight. It's kind of simple. And I'm upset about the whole thing because this is prevalent in our society. It's pandemic in our society. Everybody picking a battle, picking fights, just picking with others, then want to play victim upon consequence, but take no accountability for what they do. I can't tell you how many. I saw another video today where it was a man and a woman in like a convenience store, I don't know, a gas station, something. And the video starts already in the midst of this altercation. And the guy is saying, like, again, I don't know the relationship between the two. I don't know anything. There's no context. But the guy is saying, look, keep your hands off me. While this woman is constantly jumping on him and swinging on him and grabbing him. And he's saying, keep your hands off me. Stop touching me. He is screaming at the top. Hey, man, come get this chick. Get her off me. And the dude in the back was like, man, I ain't getting in the middle of this. And he is saying to the woman, stop touching me. Keep your hands off me, while she's constantly swinging on him. He finally had enough. and commenced to opening a can of whoop ass on her ass. And then as he walks out the store saying, I told you to leave me alone, she gonna say, I'm about to call my daddy. Now this suggests that they know each other. I don't know if they were in a relationship. I don't know, but it suggests they know each other. But I'm gonna call my daddy. And that's the kind of shit that y'all pull. You instigate a fight. You initiate the contact. You initiate all this. You get your ass whooped. And now you want to get your male family members involved and potentially get them hurt. And you know all you need to do is just call up daddy with some tears and he ready to fight the world. I tell my child all the time, don't do that shit to me. Because the first question I'm going to ask is what happened and how'd you get in that situation? And you going to tell me the truth. If you jump on a man trying to beat his ass and he wears your ass out, don't call me. Because you should have stayed out of this. Now, if he's the aggressor, now if he's the one who started it and he's doing all this, okay, different conversation. But if you mad out in public and you decide that you want to jump on somebody and it don't go your way, I'm going to let you know. You should have left that man alone. Like he told you. Now leave that man alone. But again, I'm going to say this till I'm blue. Do not antagonize somebody and then expect them or then turn around and tell them how they are to respond. I've seen many videos. I saw this one. It was on a train platform. And this chick and this guy got into it. And usually it's over nothing. But she decided she wanted to spit in his general direction. I don't know if it hit him. It probably did. I think it did. But she spit on him. And he knocked her ass out. And then everybody's coming down on him. What the fuck did you expect him to do? The days of the man like, I'm just going to take this ass woman from this woman because she's a girl. The days of that is over. As well they should be, because women, you need to keep your hands to yourself. Don't antagonize. Because you put yourself at the mercy of that man's home training when you put your hands on him. But it ain't just men, women thing. I see a lot of videos where these bullies, I saw another one today. I watch a lot of reels or whatever. I saw one today where it was like a high school setting, middle school setting, something like that. And there was this bully trying to prevent this girl from going to the bathroom. And the context behind it is she's the bully and the girl that was being bullied is the quiet girl. I've long said leave these quiet kids alone. Because once they go off. So this bully was trying to prevent her from going to the bathroom. Of course, and it was somebody was recording, and of course there were a bunch of other girls in the vicinity or whatever watching. And this bully was preventing this girl from doing what she wanted to do. And eventually, I guess this quiet girl got enough of it. And when I say she beat the dog shit out this bully, she beat her to the ground. And continued to beat her while she was on the ground. To the point to where one of the other girls had to pull her off. Leave these people alone. People who keep to themselves, leave them to themselves. Because when they explode, they explode. I am positive that 17-year-old Tim Hortons employee did not leave the house that day with the intention to fight her grandmama. I bet you that was number 7 on a 5-item list. But the situation dictated, look, I ain't gonna let you beat my ass just because you old. I'm not. Now, would I ball these fists up and give them to you? Probably not. But what I will do is get you off me at all costs. But I'm not going to let you just stand there and beat my ass because you old and I got to let you do it. Nah, fuck that. I've said before and I'll say again, equal rights come with equal lefts. That's just the way it is these days, because you all, and when I say you all, I mean just the antagonists, you all have gotten to the point to where you pushed us too far. I don't fight nobody. I don't start nothing with nobody. I don't do nothing to nobody. I don't start fights, but I end them. These antagonists have pushed people too far. And people are fighting back. And to extrapolate this to a completely different level, it's the same with these dudes, or these folk that's robbing folk and busting in folks' houses and trying to carjack people. People are tired. We're tired of being victims. We're tired of getting picked on. We're tired. You're seeing a lot more victims fight back. Down here, there was a guy who tried to rob a Walgreens at gunpoint. And he ended up getting shot and killed by the person he tried to rob. People are tired. I read a story about a dude tried to carjack this guy and he got shot and killed. People are tired. I mean, these are public service homicides. Leave people alone. I was watching this gang documentary. And this isn't about the gang, but he was talking about 2 prominent gangbangers in this area. And they ended up getting killed. One of them ended up getting killed, not from gangbanging. A guy was visiting an apartment of a friend, and they decided they were going to rob him. Now, they didn't know he was a concealed carry permit holder. When they tried to rob him, he opened fire and killed one of them. Oh well. It's pretty much God's will right there. Leave people alone. Stop trying to victimize others. Because people are tired. Now, this wasn't to that level at the Tim Hortons. But I'm positive that customer service employee is tired of these customers coming in acting a fucking fool. Because customers do act a fool. They feel like you're here to serve me so I can treat you any old kind of way. They're tired of that. So that employee might have been ready for a fight. Who knows? Oh, shit, here she come. Let me get ready. And be pleasantly surprised when that person comes in with a different mentality. But she was probably, oh, shit, here she comes. Let me get ready. What's wrong now? And she was ready for a fight, because that's normally the demeanor of people who come in. So, just do better. Damn. People are just tired of being victims. They're tired of being antagonized. Hell, even in ice hockey where you can fight, you get 5 minutes for